hated is what Adrian Tan said when he delivered his speech comments at the time of graduation. That's a suggestion that I think is quite controversial because who wants to be hated? Hate is undoubtedly something that should be considered harmful, but the existing thing is that when we look at the many significant figures who made substantial change, it turns out that there are very few figures who others have never hated. Almost all the figures who make significant change in this world have been hated by many people when they tried to make this change. Namely Einstein, Simon Freud, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, even the Prophet Muhammad were once hated by others. Einstein, his teachers hated him when he was in school when he had discovered the theory of relativity. Some of the famous Newtonian scientists publicly blasted him. And then Simon Freud. Even until now, his approach is still controversial and many haters from Simon Freud since he practiced in his past. And the Prophet Muhammad was a person who was hated by people who were spat on and thrown with stones by residents while he passing through the streets. From these examples, we know that person doesn't need to be evil and annoying to be hated by others. Instead, the person who is hated is a person who maintains the ideals and personal principles amid society. Yes, it turns out that hated people are people who dare to be different in a community that mostly has the same thought. Indeed, not only bad people can be hated, good people can also be hated. But we should agree that actually the people who are hated have a significant influence on other people. Of course, trying not to be hated and making everyone happy is easy. All you have to do is never get involved in arguments, always follow what people say, and don't do things differently from most people. That's it. Many people around you will like you, but is that a good thing? Yes, it could be. Being liked can be a good if your goal in life to be a good person or good friend, to be a good family, to be a good person in the eyes of others. But if you want to try to make change and make a significant impact, then playing it safe by making everyone happy and avoiding being hated is undoubtedly not the right thing. Inevitably, when we want to create substantial change, there will be people who have different opinions, are offended, or people who for some reason will suddenly hate us because of something we do. Being hated is inevitably for leaders trying to make substantial change. Steve Jobs once said that it would be thought to make all our subordinates or the people we lead happy as a leader. Even he said this statement: if you don't want to be hated, don't be a leader. Be an ice cream maker and everyone will like it. But of course, not everyone, not all of us want to be an ice cream maker, even though it's a fun job. Not all of us want. Of course, we want to be ordinary people who are good but don't make any change. Being hated by others is our way of changing the paradigm of other people, other humans, of other groups to change our thoughts to follow what we believe. Maybe many say that writing posts on the internet or social media or making videos on YouTube will not have much effect on other people's thoughts. There is even a saying that haters will be haters and lovers will be lovers. Try to imagine a scenario when it happens like this. Imagine it. After you write or make an opinion, it can change the paradigm of people who read or watch your work. Even if you don't change the paradigm, at least you can make people who read it understand the arguments you want to convey. Even if the person disagree with you, of course, it will be happy, right? It will be even more comfortable for you if after people read your writings, it is not only the cognitive aspect that change, meaning that they are aware and change effectively, emotionally, and their behavior also change. How excellent is work! If our work can change people's behavior, that's what people out there do some that people might hate now. It's that simple. Therefore, I have some one message to all of you who want to make a change. Listen this message. Don't be afraid of hate. Thank you.